How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be going over the top 10 boss zombies and Treyarch zombies. It's going to be World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. Now, I left two boss zombies off the list, and that's the Margwa and the Thrasher. And the Thrasher, he's pretty beneficial because he helps you build the Apothecary Serve, and he gives you 1,500 points. Pretty easy to kill. Probably would have came in at like number 5 or 6 on this list if he was included. And then the Thrasher is pretty much just an honorable mention. He probably wouldn't even be on this list because he's just more annoying than anything. Just kind of spawns in, you have to kill him. You don't really get any good reward or anything like that. So he'd probably come in as an honorable mention and wouldn't even make the list. So the Thrasher and the Margwa will not be on this list, but just letting you guys know about those two, and we're going to get into the list now. So coming in at number 10, we have the Ascension Space Monkeys. Now these guys, man, are so annoying. I was literally playing on a game of Ascension last weekend. Was on like round 45, just chilling, trying to get even higher to an even higher round. And it was round 45. I didn't have that much ammo, but I was like, oh yes, the monkeys. So I was like, okay, this is good. But then I killed some of them. I ended up running out of ammo, and there was like 3 monkeys left, and they killed me. So super annoying. Obviously, they take your perks too, which flipping sucks. They will give you a free perk if they don't touch any of the perk machines, but that's extremely difficult if you have 4 perks. If you're running just Quick Revive and Jug, it can be easy, but then you get the perk, and then you have to defend that machine. So they're just stupid, man. I hate them. They come in at number 10. They're not super helpful. They're really, really annoying. So that's why they're not higher on this list. And coming in at number 9, we have the Astronaut from Moon. Now, I absolutely hate the bosses that just follow you the whole game. Now, it's only on 2 maps. The next one's coming next, but Astronaut's the worst out of the 2 for sure, man. I love the map Moon, but the Astronaut sucks. So he kind of just follows you around, and if you happen to run into him, he'll spawn you to a different area of the map and take one of your perks. Now, this can really, really stink at the beginning of the game if you just got Jug from before round 1 even started, and you spawn in and he takes your Jug. It's just super stupid, man. So that's why the Astronaut comes in at number 9. And coming in at number 8, we have George Romero. Now, thing with George, he doesn't take your perks, so he's not as bad as the Astronaut, but he follows you around. He'll smack you with his stupid light that he carries around, and he kind of just shocks you, and then you have to train him and kind of take him to the water to calm him down, which sucks too. Really sucks late in the game when you're just trying to train and chill. But if you do kill him, you get a Wonder Waff, so that's the reason he comes above the Astronaut, is you actually benefit from killing him. And yeah, George Romero comes in at number 8 because he sucks, but he's not as bad as the Astronaut. So coming in at number 7, we have the Panzer. Now, I hate the Panzer, man, especially on Black Ops 3. Now, Black Ops 2 Origins, the Panzer was super easy to kill. Like, even on higher rounds, it was easy to kill. But I found on Black Ops 3, on round 8, it's pretty easy to kill. But after that, when you start to get multiple ones spawning in and all this and that, it sucks, man. It's like you're on your heels, or you're on your toes, I mean. And it's rough. I hate these guys. I only like when the first one comes, because then it obviously gives you the fire staff piece and a max ammo. But it's a boss that I don't like at all. So that's why he comes in at number 7. And coming in at number 6, we have the Pentagon Thief from 5. Now, the thing with this guy is he's super hard to kill, but if you do kill him, he's probably the most beneficial boss to kill in all of zombies. So the thing with the Pentagon Thief is he's on 5 only, and if you kill him, you get a bond. If you kill him without him touching, you get a bonfire sale, which obviously then you can pack punch for 1,000 points. Super awesome. And then if you kill him, even if he does touch you and take one of your guns, you get a fire sale. So that's sick too. Obviously, a fire sale, allows you to hit blocks, which is sick, and you can get hitbox for 10 points, and then if you get the bonfire so you can pack punch for 1,000 points, which is super beneficial. So, but the only thing that he doesn't come in higher, the only reason he doesn't come in higher is because he is hard to kill, man. You have to almost be in the starting room and use those traps. And then you have to, have like the ray gun or just something that's you can put a lot of damage into him quickly. So, not a very easy boss to kill. That's why he doesn't come in higher. That's a Pentagon Thief from 5. He comes in at number 6. So, coming in at number 5, we have the Shangri-La monkey. Now, much different than the Ascension Space monkeys. It's just one monkey. And what happens with this guy, he doesn't have an exclusive round or anything. Obviously, Shangri-La's got like the fire zombie and the shrieker zombie, but I think the true boss of this map is the monkey. So, you're in the game, you get like a max ammo or something, you can take it, but the thing is you can decide which drop you get. That's why I think that this boss is super beneficial. But the reason you didn't rank higher is because it's kind of hard to shoot him when he's on the drop that you want. So, for example, if you get a max ammo and you let the monkey pick it up, you can get a free perk if you let it cycle, which is pretty sick. And then also you can just get whatever kind of drop you want. If you just get a carpenter or whatever and you want to get a max ammo, you can let it rotate to that. So I think it's really beneficial, and he's really easy to kill too. And then if you get the drop, if it's like a double points or something, you get 1,000 points for killing him. And then if it's double points, you get 2,000. So obviously that's super beneficial if you get a double points and pick it up. And then even if you do kill him after you pick up a max ammo or something, you can still get 1,000 points if you knife him, if he's just rushing at you or whatever. So pretty beneficial boss zombie, honestly. Could have came in higher, but it's just the fact that it's kind of hard to time it. And that's kind of why I didn't put him any higher on this list than I did. But still a really beneficial boss. And coming in at number 4, we have Brutus from Mob of the Dead. Now, Brutus is kind of like the Panzer's little brother, is how I would describe him. He's pretty much the same function as the Panzer, just a one zombie that's kind of all buffed up, got all this armor on. He spawns in, you got to kill him. And he pounds in stuff, which kind of sucks, but honestly, he's super easy to kill, and he gives you a lot of points if you kill him too. So, I obviously hate when you're pack punching on the bridge or whatever, and then he comes, and it's super annoying. But if you have a pack punch weapon, it's super easy to kill him. It's not like the Panzer where you have to train him and just keep putting shots into him. You can pretty much just start firing and kill him pretty fast. So that's why I put Brutus in at number 4, and I think he's just not nearly as tedious as the Panzer, not even close. So yeah, that's why Brutus comes in at number 4. And coming in at number 3, we have the Jumping Jacks from Die Rise. Now, the thing with these guys is most people just hate these guys because they come in, they only give you max ammo. People think they're kind of like the Hellhounds, but they're Nova Crawlers instead and all this and that. But the thing is, if the first time they come in, you can easily kill all of them with just your normal knife and get a free perk. And then if you want to do that in later rounds, just get the Galvanuckles. And you can keep getting free perks from these guys. It's pretty cool, I think. And Die Rise, I think, is a map that gets way too much hate because I think it's pretty fun. Even though it's not in my top 10 favorite maps, it's still a pretty solid map, man. I'm thinking about making a video of like top 10, top 5 underrated maps, and that would definitely be on the list. Same with Verrückt, which is another map that I've been playing a lot recently and having a lot of fun with, especially on solo. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing a video like that soon anyway, but kind of getting a little bit off topic. But anyway, yeah, the Jumping Jacks from Die Rise, man. These guys, obviously, if you just kill all of them normally, you get a max ammo, which is beneficial in itself. But if you kill them with just a knife, doesn't matter if they touch you, which kind of makes it a little bit easier than the Pentagon Thief or any of that, which is kind of why it ranks higher. But yeah, you can use the Galvanuckles or the Bowie knife or your regular knife. And you just kind of melee all of them to death, obviously, and then you get a free perk. So I think, just pretty beneficial, man. I mean, there's really not a whole lot else to be said about it, to be honest with you, man. But, yeah, the Jumping Jacks from Die Rise come in at number 3. And coming in at number 2, we have the OG Hellhounds. Now, these guys are in all the World at War maps, in Kino der Toten. They're also in, let's see here, Transit, I believe that they are in. Maybe not, though. It might just be Town, because I never play Transit. I hate Transit. But, yeah, I think they're in all the World at War maps and then Kino. And I'm trying to think if they're in any other maps. I can't think of any other maps that they're in, but they're just OG, man. Just more nostalgia than anything is why they rank so high. And they're super, super easy to kill, especially on Black Ops 3, because it seems like they're all on fire. But in Black Ops 1, you can get some that aren't on fire, and they take a few, extra shots to kill or whatever. But, yeah. They give you a max ammo, super easy to kill all of them. Nostalgia more than anything is why they ranked pretty high on this list at number 2. And those are the Hellhounds. They come in at number 2. Now, number 1 spot, this could be a little bit controversial. There's going to be some people that probably aren't going to agree with this, and I'm fine with that. But, this is my opinion. Now, coming in at number 1 are the Witches from Buried. Now, obviously I talked about how the Thrasher and the Margot are not on this list because, I just don't really play the DLC maps on Black Ops 3 that much. I like to play the OG maps on Black Ops 3. Obviously, you can see that from a lot of the gameplays that I have. But, yeah, those would probably... Thrasher wouldn't make the list. The Margot would have, just because he gives you the piece of the Apothicon Servant. So, yeah, I kind of want to just go over that again before we get into the number 1 spot. So, yeah, those two weren't on the list. But, the Witches from Buried. Now, let's get into this. A lot of people would say, well, these guys suck, man. You go to Pack-a-Punch, they take all your points. You got to camp, buy Pack-a-Punch, and get more points. But no. They literally spawn in the same place every single time. So if you go into the Witch's house, you're ready to Pack-Punch, just kind of stand back a little bit as you take corners, and you'll be able to kill them all easily without them taking any of your points. When you get out of the Witch's house, it gives you a free perk if you've killed all of them. Once you kill it doesn't matter if they touch, doesn't matter if they take any of your points, you're still going to get that free perk. That's why I think they're super beneficial. They don't have many hit points. They're super easy to kill. They're just a really easy boss. Especially the more you play Barry, the more you get used to where they spawn. So that they spawn in the same place every time, like I said, which is the only boss that I can think of that does that. So, yeah, you can easily get through them without them taking any of your points. You get that free perk. And then you got to go into the maze, and you can Pack-a-Punch, whatever. And then you can just keep doing this, too. You can keep going through the Witch's house. You do have to wait until the next round. But that's not a big deal at all. That's really not a big deal, waiting till the next round. Because getting a perk every round, that is crazy. Now, especially if you use the bank in Buried, you can, get all the points you need to open up all the doors. You can get all 8 perks. Or no, you can get 5 perks on round 1, which is absolutely insane. The only other way you could do that is with Gobblegums. That's the only non-Gobblegum map that you can get 5 perks on round 1. Because obviously Die Rise has the bank too, but the Jumping Jacks just spawn in randomly. It's not your choice when you want to face them and get that perk. But, yeah, I think Buried and Die Rise, 2 really underrated maps. I like the bank because it kind of... I think the bank is similar to Gobblegum, where it kind of just gives you this advantage that a lot of people think is really unfair, but it's not. It makes the game itself more fun when you can set up on round 1, in my opinion, and then just kind of, just try and survive or whatever, and you don't have to worry about anything. You're just trying to survive. That's why I like the bank system so much. And then you can obviously use the Witches to your advantage, like I said, and just keep getting free perks, man. I think there's 9 perks on Buried. Maybe it's just 8. But, yeah, this is a super, extremely beneficial boss. I can't think of any boss that's more beneficial. And it comes on the perfect map as well, Buried, where a lot of people think the bank system on Die Rise and Buried is way too easy, and both the maps are just way too easy. You can train forever, but... it makes it fun, in my opinion, to use the bank and just set up on round 1. Because that's ultimately the goal, right? Is to set up. But anyway, yeah. Witches come in at number 1. That's enough babbling. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys subscribing and liking the vids, and we'll see you in the next one.